Okay, y'all, I'm hosting tonight. Look what my granny done bought. Y'all, we ain't had this since 2019. She said about that Bacardi. You got it. There you go.
The kitchen wasn't meant to become a headline, but somehow it did. Reported clips and quiet posts began circulating just days before Christmas, showing Ashanti and Nelly's daughter, Chanelle Haynes, known to family and fans as Nana, standing side by side, preparing a holiday meal for what insiders describe as the entire family. Fans believe the simplicity of the setting is exactly why it struck such a nerve. No stage, no microphones, just food, laughter, and a moment that felt earned rather than performed. According to reported reactions, the sight of Ashanti and Nana cooking together landed differently than any red carpet appearance ever could. Fans believe it symbolized something deeper than a holiday tradition, a visual confirmation of unity inside a blended family that the public has watched evolve in fragments. An insider leaks that the meal wasn't planned for content, it was planned for connection, with phones only coming out after the room was already warm with energy. Social media quickly reframed the moment as a turning point. Comments flooded in, praising the calm, domestic tone of the scene. One fan wrote, "This is what healing looks like." Another added, "Not everyone can blend families this gracefully." Reported engagement spiked not because of drama, but because of peace, a rarity that often draws more attention than chaos. Behind the scenes, insiders suggest the Christmas meal carried emotional weight long before the first dish was prepared. Allegedly, the decision to cook together was intentional, rooted in a desire to create shared ownership of the holiday rather than hosting separate celebrations. Fans believe Ashanti's choice reflects Ashanti's growing role, not just as Nelly's wife, but as a stabilizing presence in a family still learning how to move as one. Chanelle's involvement became a focal point. Fans believe seeing Nana take the lead in the kitchen, laughing and coordinating alongside Ashanti, challenged outdated narratives about step-family dynamics. Reportedly, there was no hierarchy, no awkward distance, just teamwork. An insider leaks that this mutual respect didn't happen overnight. It was built quietly, through consistency rather than conversation. Time seemed to slow as more details emerged. According to reported observations, the meal itself blended traditions, recipes from different generations, influences from different households, all meeting on the same table. Fans believe the food told its own story. This wasn't about replacing anyone, but expanding what family looks like. Every dish became a metaphor, whether intended or not. Nelly's presence hovered just outside the frame, and fans noticed. Though not always visible, his voice and laughter were reportedly heard in the background. Fans believe this positioning mattered, not centered, not absent, but supportive. An insider leaks that he wanted the moment to belong to the women in his life, a subtle acknowledgement of how much emotional labor they've invested in making unity feel natural. As the footage circulated, headlines began shifting tone. Instead of speculation, the language softened. Reported commentary focused on growth, maturity, and intention. Fans believe this Christmas meal marked a contrast to earlier chapters of public scrutiny, signaling a family choosing visibility on its own terms. Still, not everyone viewed the moment without skepticism. Some fans questioned whether sharing such a private scene invites expectations the family didn't ask for. Others wondered if this unity could withstand pressure once the holidays fade. An insider leaks that the family anticipated mixed reactions, but agreed the memory mattered more than interpretation. And as Christmas Day approached, one unanswered question lingered beneath the warmth. This meal brought everyone to the same table, but what conversations happened once the cameras were gone, once the dishes were cleared, and once the reality of being one big family settled in? Because fans believe this Christmas wasn't just about togetherness, it was the beginning of a deeper test, still unfolding. The morning after Christmas carried a different kind of energy. Reported whispers from those close to the family suggested that the meal wasn't just a holiday highlight, it shifted something internally. fans believe waking up after spending Christmas together as one unit made the idea of blended family feel less theoretical and more permanent. What had been planned as a single day began to feel like a new rhythm. An insider leaks that conversations stretched late into the night after dinner, long after plates were cleared and leftovers packed away. Allegedly, stories were shared, not the polished kind meant for interviews, but the messy ones that live between relatives. Fans believe those unseen moments mattered more than the cooking itself, because food brings people together, but conversation keeps them there. Chanelle, known as Nana, reportedly became more vocal as the evening went on. Fans believe this was significant. According to rumored accounts, she wasn't just participating, she was leading discussions about traditions, future holidays, and what togetherness should look like going forward. An insider leaks that Ashanti listened more than she spoke, signaling respect rather than authority. That dynamic didn't go unnoticed online. As clips and descriptions spread, fans pointed out how Ashanti never positioned herself above Nelly's children, but beside them. One reported comment read, "She's not trying to replace anyone, she's trying to belong." Another added, "That's how trust is built." Fans believe this quiet balance is what makes the situation feel authentic rather than forced. Behind the scenes, Nelly reportedly reflected on how different this Christmas felt from previous years. Allegedly, he told friends that seeing his daughter and his wife collaborating so naturally was something he didn't know how to ask for. It simply happened. Fans believe this realization carried emotional weight, especially given his public history of navigating relationships under scrutiny. Time jumped forward again as post-holiday routines began. According to reported observations, communication among family members increased rather than fade. Group chats stayed active. Plans were discussed. Fans believe this continuity is what separates a holiday moment from a lifestyle shift. An insider leaks that this Christmas wasn't treated as an exception, it was treated as a foundation. Still, tension lingered beneath the surface. Some fans speculated whether harmony during the holidays can survive real-life pressures. Rumored conversations online questioned how roles will evolve once routines resume. An insider leaks that the family is aware of these doubts, but chooses to move forward without performing reassurance for the public. What made this story resonate wasn't perfection, it was effort. Fans believe seeing Ashanti and Nana side by side represented something many families struggle to achieve: mutual respect without competition. According to reported reactions, fans weren't watching celebrities cook, they were watching boundaries being honored in real time. As days passed, the footage stopped circulating, but the discussion didn't. Fans continued debating whether this Christmas marked a turning point or simply a beautiful pause. An insider leaks that the family themselves haven't labeled it. They're letting actions define meaning instead of words. Now the holiday lights are coming down, routines are returning, and the table has been cleared. But one thing remains unresolved. Was this Christmas meal a fleeting moment of unity or the beginning of a new family chapter that will reshape how they move forward together? If you've been watching this story unfold, drop your thoughts in the comments, share this with someone who understands blended families, and make sure you're subscribed because this chapter may be over, but the next one is just beginning.